Nedum, of course, you'll be at Wembley tomorrow for us as well as Manchester United take on Brighton in the second of those semi-finals. What a game that should be, Nedum.
Oh, it should be absolutely fantastic, especially because Brighton are favoured to win a game against Manchester United at Old Trafford. I never thought I'd see that, in the years that I've been watching football, but that's where they're at, based on the form that they've been in, the injuries and suspensions for Man United. And as a consequence, it's going to be a very interesting atmosphere in here. Can Brighton sort of put in the performance that they did, say, last week or a couple of weeks ago against Chelsea, where they basically dominated at a place like Stamford Bridge? This stage is different. United have been here. They've won the Carabao Cup already. They know what it's like to be successful here. Can Brighton step up and do that? Can they win at the semi-final stage and really sort of fulfil the potential that they have? Because they've got so much love and respect from people, outside of Brighton there. But you still need to be able to cross line and make it happen. They'll come in with a ton of belief. But again, it's Manchester United who can very much do anything in any particular moment, whether they play well or they don't. With the likes of Rashford being back in as well, that'll be a big boost for them. It's a fantastic tie. People should be tuning in to watch it. And hopefully Kieran's back as well tomorrow to hype it up. I think that'll be the best thing for it.
Well, I think... Why is that? Why is that a little dig?
I spoke to him last night. I told him to.
No, it's not dig.
It sounded
not dig.
It sounded like a dig.
It's not dig. It's not dig. No, it's not dig. Kieran's my guy. I'm delighted someone else is here to tell you to pipe down. Welcome to the party, Kieran. Welcome.
Is now a good or a bad time to face Manchester United if you're Brighton? And I mean that, is it good, obviously, because they're in a poor run of form, knocked out the Europa League, humiliated, you could say, by Sevilla, or bad because they are wanting to bounce back and prove that they're still one of the top teams?
It's a little bit of a double-edged sword in that respect, because United are that club. I mean, the fact that we're even talking about, and no disrespect to Brighton, as them being the favourites. I mean, imagine that as United, as a fan or as someone involved in the club. It just sounds bizarre. And so, yeah, they'll be wanting to bounce back, definitely. But on the other side, you've got Brighton who have got individuals in the club, in the team, that are linked with Man United.
Right.
And so games like this is like perfect for them, because they're going to be going into the game and saying, this is why you need to sign me. The likes of McAllister, Casado, and we've seen it happen with Brighton over the last few years, where players are linked with our clubs and then end up moving there. So the Brighton players and the Brighton squad will be looking forward to this game probably a lot more than Manchester United, in my opinion.
A rarity for Nedum, in that you made a good point, bringing up the fact that they've been there and done that. United already this season, winning the Carabao Cup. How much does that experience make a difference on this sort of occasion?
Listen, playing at Wembley is a big ask for the best of players. As I was saying before, there aren't many who get that opportunity. And who manages that circumstance better? Manchester United have that experience, the entire squad does. You ask that question of Brighton just to see exactly where they are. Can they handle the moment? Can they handle the occasion and the venue? Now, we ask those questions. There's nothing about their football that says they can't. Everything about Brighton this season has been simply outstanding. So, but still, those are questions that they can only answer on the day. I think Manchester United, in terms of that experience, are better than Brighton. But there's a game of football to be played. As long as those nerves settle, as long as those butterflies start to quieten down and maintain, I think Brighton are the better of the two teams. Certainly right now.
Nedum, with your City ways, who do you want in the final?
To be honest, I heard what you guys were saying, and I don't want United. And it's not because I think City would essentially lose to them. That is possible. It's just more so the fact that, being a blue as such, if you want to lose something, you don't want to be giving it to the team that you don't like at all. And that would be agony, and not least of all for me, selfishly. I take the train down here. A train full of City and United fans coming down is going to be hectic. Spread it out a little bit. Get someone else there. Let Brighton come up. This is me being... I'll be honest. I'll be transparent. I'll be completely transparent. I'd rather the trains up from Brighton, because it means, I'll be all right on my way back. So, yeah, that's my preference. Thanks, Dan.
So one of the other things that nobody's considering is that Nedum is Manchester United's best good luck charm. Every time he shows up, United wins. And so that is a factor that the bookies themselves haven't even considered.
I can't believe, Nedum, the only reason you want United out is that you can get a seat on the train down.
Listen, it's very important to me, my travel. We don't all travel in first class like you, Dan. So, yeah, I'm going to be a man of the people, and I prefer fewer people than too many. How about that?
Well, no, it's a complete contradiction of the man of the people. You should be standing up with all your friends from City and Manchester United. I think that'd be a beautiful moment for you all. But the good thing is, like, we talk about the magic of the FA Cup. Maybe it's waned over the years, but our priorities have changed. Whatever happens, we're going to have a brilliant final. It's either Manchester City against Brighton, two of the best footballing teams we have in England, and City and United obviously writes the script itself.
Yeah, wonderfully poised. I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow. I was speaking with Danny Welbeck this week, and he was saying how excited he was and the squad was.
Right.
So, I mean, as a club, for them, this kind of propels them into the next stage of, you know, being well respected and established Premier League. I mean, they are an established Premier League side, but I think that this takes them to another level if they can win this game.
Obviously, Danny Welbeck used to play for Manchester United. Does that give a player more motivation when he's up against a former side?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it yesterday, didn't we? Unfortunately, with Theo.
Yeah.
But Danny's that kind of guy as well. He loves playing against his former clubs. He's a bit of a wind-up merchant,
right.
And he'll be doing everything he can, and he'll know the weaknesses of the back four, and he'll be looking to exploit them at any opportunity.
And did you have the opposite approach to things, Nedum? Because obviously you were part of the QPR side that lost when Manchester City won the title.
Oh, sorry, Dan, you were breaking up there. Sounded like you were saying something ridiculous, though. But yeah, in fairness to Danny Welbeck, you know, he'll be going out there and he'll try and prove a point, because I played with Danny as well, and he does like to wind people up. And scoring against United and beating them and getting to the final with Brighton, that'll be a huge moment for him. And, you know, it's rightly so. And it's so interesting as well, because after this game's finished, the standing of the team that goes to play against Man City in that final, like how the season finishes will like dictate how much of favourite City will be, because they'll be favourite against both. But who's to say that after this game Brighton don't finish in the top four, or say United end up going on a big run and they're in great shape heading to the game? I think it's very interesting, as I say, that we've got to wait a month before that final, because anything could happen between then, and as a consequence we can view that final in a slightly different light to how we view it today and tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.